Once upon a time, in a faraway land where the sun kissed the earth with golden warmth, there was a small village called Mbeka. This village was unlike any other, for it was nestled between vast green forests and mighty rivers that whispered the secrets of the ancestors. In this village, a wise old chief named Okon ruled with kindness and wisdom, ensuring that the people lived in harmony with nature and each other. Among the villagers were a pair of twins, Ella and Edet. They were no ordinary children. They were said to have been blessed by the spirits of the ancestors. Ella, the elder by just a few minutes, was known for her sharp wit and ability to solve any problem. Edet, on the other hand, had a heart so pure and kind that even wild animals seemed to trust him. Together, they were inseparable, and their bond was stronger than the strongest tree in the forest. One day, as the village prepared for the great harvest festival, a terrible event shook the peace of Mbeka. The sacred drum of the ancestors, which had been used for centuries to bless the harvest, had gone missing. Without the drum, the village believed the gods would not favor their crops, and famine would come upon them. The people were terrified, and Chief Okon called for an urgent gathering. "The sacred drum has been stolen," he announced. "Without it, we risk the anger of our ancestors. Whoever finds and returns the drum shall be rewarded beyond their wildest dreams." The mysterious disappearance. Ella and Edet, always eager for an adventure, decided that they would be the ones to find the drum. They knew that if the village suffered, everyone, including their family, would go hungry. So, they set off on a journey deep into the forbidden part of the forest, where it was said that only the bravest dared to tread. Armed with nothing but a lantern and their courage, the twins ventured into the unknown. As they walked deeper into the woods, they heard strange whispers among the trees. The wind howled like 1,000 voices speaking at once. Then, out of the shadows, an old woman appeared before them. She had silver hair that shone under the moonlight, and her eyes gleamed like the stars. "You seek the sacred drum, do you not?" she asked in a voice both kind and eerie. Ella and Edet nodded. "Then you must pass 3 tests," the old woman continued. "Only those with pure hearts and sharp minds can retrieve what has been lost." The 3 tests. The first test, the path of shadows. The old woman led them to a dark tunnel covered in thick vines. Inside lies a path that changes with every step. If you choose wrongly, you may never return. Ella, using her intelligence, told Edet, "We must listen to the earth, feel the right way with our hearts." Slowly, they stepped forward, following their instincts rather than their eyes. The ground beneath them shifted, trying to trick them, but they moved in perfect sync, relying on their bond. Soon, they emerged from the tunnel unharmed. The second test, the river of truth. Next, they stood before a roaring river with a single rickety bridge. On the other side, they saw 2 shadows resembling them. A deep voice spoke, "Only the truthful may cross. Speak a lie, and the river will swallow you." Edet, with his pure heart, spoke, "I have always wished to be as brave as my sister, but I fear I am not." Ella, surprised, smiled and responded, "And I have always envied my brother's kindness, for I sometimes find it hard to forgive." The river calmed, allowing them to pass. Their honesty had granted them safe passage. The third test, the guardian of the drum. At last, they arrived at a large cave where the sacred drum lay, but in front of it stood a massive lion with golden fur and eyes like fire. "Only those who truly understand the value of the drum may take it," the lion growled. Ella thought hard, and finally said, "The drum is not just a tool. It carries the prayers and unity of our people. Without it, our village loses not just its festival, but its spirit." Edet then added, "We do not seek the drum for ourselves, but for our people who depend on it." The lion bowed its head and stepped aside. "You have proven yourselves worthy." They grabbed the sacred drum, and as soon as they did, the entire forest seemed to come alive with joyous sounds. The path back home was clear, and they hurried to return. A joyous celebration. When Ella and Edet returned to the village, the people erupted in celebration. Chief Okon embraced them with pride. "You have saved us all," he said. As promised, they were rewarded, but more importantly, they were honored as the heroes of Mbeka. Their story was passed down through generations, teaching children the power of wisdom, honesty, and a pure heart. And so, the Great Harvest Festival was celebrated with even more joy, and the bond between Ella and Edet remained unbreakable, like the roots of the oldest tree in the village.